management of meningitis, another medication like osmotic diuretics. Okay, in this osmotic diuretics, for example, we have to administer mannitol drug to the children. Okay, that drug should be useful for reducing their or controlling their intracranial pressure. Okay, in this disease condition, intracranial pressure should be increased, For maintenance of normal intracranial pressure, we have to administer mannitol drug to the children. Okay, next another one is the anticonvulsant drugs. Why we have to administer anticonvulsive drugs means the children who are having one symptom like convulsions, okay, abnormal electrical discharges from the brain. Okay, the brain function should bring to the normal means by administration of anticonvulsive drugs. Okay, in that anticonvulsive drugs, for example, lorazepam we have to administer. Okay, in that lorazepam dosage, that is the 0.1 milligram per kg per body weight. Okay, in that the drug should be administered, route is the intravenously. Okay, one symptom is there now in the children, that is the fever. Okay, for reducing body temperature, for maintenance of normal body temperature, we have to administer the antipyretics to the children. Okay, in that, for example, we have to administer the drug name is the paracetamol to the children. Okay, this is the best drug for control or for maintenance of normal body temperature. Okay, next another symptom, the children are having the one vomitings, Okay, for control of vomitings, we have to administer andamsterone drug to the children. Okay, next another one is if the children are having any neck pain or pain is their body pains means for reducing their body pains, we have to administer the ibuprofen drug for reducing their pain. Okay, next another one is the last step, that is the nursing management. As a nurse, what we have to do means as a nurse we have to provide hygienic care to the children. Why? Because the children, they don't know which is the harmful environment to me. Okay, which is the unhygienic area. Okay, we will go for unhygienic area, we get some infection. Okay, that's why we didn't go any unhygienic area, like that the children, they are not having any information. Okay, the children are playing in that environment. Okay, in that environment so much of contamination is there. Due to that contamination air, due to that contaminated water, due to that sometimes communicable diseases also easily spread. Due to these reasons, the children may get any viral or bacterial infection. It may be leads to the meningitis. Okay, in early stages we have to provide the calm and quiet, neat environment to the children for playing. Okay, and good hygienic measures improves in the home level. Okay, why? Because the children are getting infections by playing only. Okay, in that playing, unhygienic practices they are following, that's why they are getting infection. Okay, next another one is the in early stages we have to identify this disease condition and immediately we will bring to the hospital. Why? Because in the hospital physician is there, the physician will be doing some examination and he has to finalize the disease condition of children. Okay, in that hospital sector, symptomatic treatment we have to provide it. In early stages we have to reducing this disease condition of meningitis. Okay, by providing antibiotics and by as a nurse we have to provide good health education to the parents. Why? Because the children having a unhygienic state, unhealthy state means the mother having a severe psychological stress. Okay, as a nurse we have to provide improve the psychological support. Okay, psychological stress will be reduced. Okay, by communicating with the parents. Okay, next as a nurse we have to improve the nutritional status. Okay, the children are eating good or well balanced diet they are taking means in early stages only the immunity will be improved and the infection should be reduced. One means the children are having good immunity power. Okay, as a nurse we have to provide which is the richest protein diet, carbohydrate diet, fat diet. Okay, that will be provided for improving their immunity capacity. Okay, next as a nurse in the hospital, time to time we have to administer the medication. Nursing management of meningitis, as a nurse we have to do the vital signs checking. Okay, in that vital signs, temperature, pulse, BP, respiration of the children. Okay, is there normal means no need to provide any care. Is there any abnormality means we have to administer some care. For example, the children are suffering with any breathing difficulty means we have to administer some oxygen to the children if needed. Okay, if no need means we no need for providing any care. Okay, in this especially in this meningitis disease condition, we have to do the neurological assessment of the children. Okay, is there any nervous system signs? Okay, any neurological abnormality is there, that will be find out, and that information we have to give to the physicians. Okay, in this especially we have to assess the children are having any alteration in the concentration, means the children are having any loss of consciousness, that will be assessed. Okay, if there any loss of consciousness means immediately we have to give report to the physician. For improving their consciousness, the physician will give some prescription for administration of medications. Okay, as a nurse we have to give diet management and fluid intake, and as a nurse we have to maintain the intake and output chart. Okay, for what is the reason why we have to maintain intake and output chart means how much ml the children will be taking by mouth. Okay, how much ml will be excreted from the body. Okay, regarding that we have to maintain the intake and output chart. Okay, last step, that is the complications. Okay, in this meningitis disease condition, what are the complications is there means in that complications like first one is the seizures. Okay, abnormal electrical discharges from the brain. Okay, next one is the due to the children's having any otitis media means that otitis media infection may be cause one complications like hearing loss. Okay, the children may be prone to get deafness. Okay, complete means they are not receiving any sounds or any voice or any noise from the external environment. Why? Because in the hearing in the ears they are having infection in that tympanic membrane. Okay, next another one is that the children may be have the hydrocephalus disease condition, means excessive cerebrospinal fluid should be secreted. The cerebrospinal fluid should be accumulated in the brain. The children may be prone to get other complications. Okay, in early stages only we have to give some treatment, some medications, some quality of care to the children. Why? Because in this childhood stage only they are having less immunity power or they are getting easily infections. Okay, as a nurse or as a parents, as a viewers, we have to give special care and quality of care to the children for improving their health, for protecting their health. Okay, this is regarding meningitis disease condition. Thank you everyone. Thank you for watching.